Well, hello everyone, it's Rincon Steve. How you doing today? Just wanted to share with you something I've just decided to do and purchase. This is my newish Ram CV, which stands for the Ram cargo van. It's a 2012, and I'm upgrading from a 2001 Sienna, Toyota Sienna van, and this is set up from the manufacturer as a cargo van, and in reality it is a Dodge Grand Caravan that's been downgraded, if you will, or modified for a cargo van. A lot of these you see for sale have actually plastic panels over these windows. Some things they do here is they upgrade the suspension for more weight. You can see that it's actually got a more of a lift on it, and they put the platform in the back across all the openings that are usually here. So this is from the factory panel, so makes it flat and easy to put your stuff in. I've already they had shelving in here, I don't know if you can tell where they had it all bolted down. I like to be able to slide in sheet goods, 4x8. A 4x8 sheet will fit right in here, and you can close the back. The width is just right. I was investigating a little bit. I took this off. This is an aftermarket mat, but you can see here's the original metal frame. It still has the plastic on it. So what I'm going to do, the other thing I realized is this has a big gap down in here. So with the Caravan, when they have seats, the third row seat will fold down into the floor. So underneath this metal plate that they put in here is a big opening. So I'm going to take and cut this open. I'll put a piece of plywood over this with removable panels so that I can actually use that for storage. The same is true up front. With this model Caravan, they have stowaway seat area here as well, that these second row seats will fold down into this other stowaway area. So that means there's also an opening down there that's just empty. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this open. If I have that same sheet of plywood, I just cut the plywood lid a little bigger than the hole underneath, so it just gives me a removable lid. I have some other plans here too. I'm going to build a shelf for toolboxes here, and I've got a ladder rack that I'm going to be putting on this. So stay tuned for these modifications, and we'll get this going as a really nice work truck. Discovered is that there are ribs. You see the rib there on the side? You can see that, it's right there. And the way I figure it, every place there's a rivet, there's probably ribs. So they're basically, I hope there isn't one here in the middle. Doesn't feel like it. So I'm rethinking this. I was going to try to open it all up, but I'm thinking maybe if I just cut right at each rib and just have one lid for that area. Yeah, let me lay it out, and we'll get the jigsaw and cut it out and see how that goes. So there it is. All that wasted space. I was curious what I was going to find in there, but nothing special. And of course, we're going to have to do something about protecting that harness. See about doing something. All right, let me finish trimming that out. Side door, of course, we have the stowaway section underneath too for the middle seats, and I've done the layout. I'm just trying to get an opening between the support bars. So a little exploratory surgery. That's where the first one starts. Then, you know, just reasonable to cut within, you know, how close to the seat do I really need to get. So, but still a nice size if we cut it to that hatch. So let's see what happens. And there it is. Boy, this almost has more space than the other side. Very nice. Okay, there it is. Got everything cut open, cleaned up. I think this is going to be good. Our next step is to put that plywood down. We'll take, like I said, 2 pieces, and we'll cut these holes just a little bigger in the plywood. That way a lid just fits over the hole, and maybe we'll just put little finger holes in them so we can just stick our fingers and pull it aside. And okay, so let's get on to the plywood. Six inches, 46 inches, 46 inches. So there it is. You can see we just have our little recess here that we'll cut a lid to fit right down in there, and we'll do the same with the other 2. Yeah, so we're making progress. Okay, just wanted to show you how this all turned out. Got the plywood down, got all my hatches cut, and I I think in the end I'm pretty happy with it. So I've used it for a week or so, and probably only drawbacks I consider is, you know, when you get all your tools and stuff on here, it's hard to access this. But, you know, I think if anything, it's just kind of a place to put stuff that you kind of want to have, but don't need to get to too often. Better to have it than not. Another issue is it is slippery. I was going to use the rubber on it, but I was reconsidering, thinking about having to cut out the hatches and things sliding and pull, you know, rubbing against the edge, especially back there. Just slide things in, pulling the rubber up. I guess the other way to do that would be to cut your hole bigger and use some metal or aluminum channel for your edge. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. So you can see I just use these self-tapping, you know, they're pretty big, good size head that are self-tappers that I just screwed right through into the aluminum frame. I did try in some places to get it in the framing, the aluminum framing underneath, but in some places you just couldn't help it. Let's see how I got the offset there with the opening and the hatch. He's down real nice on that. And if they start to warp one way, I can always turn them around the other. So 19/32 makes it just a little less than 3/4, but stout enough to hold up and support loads on top of it. Something else here that's kind of interesting when you look down in these holes, you can see all the sticky residue. So every time a coffee's spilled, it runs down and was down in here and dried. It's coffee residue. You know, it's not sticky, but you can see stuff is. Take a minute and try to get this crap out of here. I know I'll be filling it with all kinds of crap too, but why not start with, I don't want to start with someone else's scum. I'll put my own scum in here. Yeah. So I just had this thought that if somebody wanted to buy one of these Ram CVs, it'd make a good camping van, especially if we do this. I can see this being perfect to put a mattress down here. You know, it's a nice size. Actually, it's plenty long enough. This is 8 feet. A bed is typically 6, so that gives you another 2 feet at the other end. You could still get to your hatch. If you used an air mattress, they're light enough to lift and store your stuff underneath. You could do it with a caravan. Grand Caravan has this same places. Take the seats out, put a piece of plywood across with these hatches. That can work as well. Just an idea. And my other van. So with that, we're gonna sign off on this little project I did. I hope you've enjoyed it, and again, always appreciate any comments, thumbs up, even thumbs down are good. I like the feedback. Subscribe, and until next time, we'll see you on this channel. Take care.